Well, good evening, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great day. Man, it's been busy. Good Lord. I've driven about 350 miles today, had helped a few people do some things and all that. I'm back, had a commissioners meeting for the Historic Commission and so on. And now I'm back and trying to get caught up. And man, I got to tell you, we'll see how all of it works out. Right now, everything looks good for every team that's made a coaching hire. That everybody's got great coaches and everything else, and everybody's got high expectations. We'll see which ones actually come to fruition. But Kayton Adams, oh, I'm beginning to like this guy. I'm beginning to like this guy. So much for finesse, he's looking to knock your block off. He is our offensive coordinator for Brian Schottenheimer, a.k.a. Shotty. He is sounding like he's old school. And this may be one of the best things that happened because, see, football, the NFL is trying to make it a kinder, gentler NFL. You see teams, players swapping jerseys and yucking it up and on your podcast and everything. We're all friends and things. No. See, I can't be friends with you. If you're on the other side of the ball, we can't be friends. I'm trying to knock the crap out you. I'm trying to beat you down into submission. And as much as the NFL tries to make it seem like there's no violence in football, football is a violent sport, guys. It is straight up violence. The way you win is by being more physical than the next guy. And Kayton Adams, the Cowboys had, interviews with their coaches, let's get to know these guys and understand what they like. Now, we've had guys here like Sanjay Lau, who his thing was, let's get the guys, let's get the wide receivers to carry bricks. Yeah, get them to carry bricks after practice. Okay? Okay. I hear what you're saying, but I tell you what, kind of makes your hands dry and brittle. In my mind, that's what it does. Okay? To me, it didn't seem to work for our guys. But he's still coaching the NFL. You got a guy like, what was his name? Came from Cincinnati, offensive line coach, Paul somebody. His thing was, if you turn the ketchup bottle sideways and tap on the 57, the ketchup will come out easy. So that was his test to find out if guys were intelligent enough to play on the offensive line. Kayton Adams, physical. We here to knock you off your ass. Let's go to the tape here for a little bit. Listen to my man.
Of just ensuring that everything that we do is going to be about helping these guys play good.
Garrett Podell, CBS Sports. You coached Kyler Murray in Arizona. Now you have Dak Prescott at a different stage of his career. What are your thoughts on going from the two different types of quarterbacks and just your impressions of Dak Prescott, the player?
I think that it'd probably be hard for me to answer that question until you have a larger sample size to pull from. What I know about Dak,
what he knows about Dak,
in the short experience that I have so far, is that he's a great leader. He's humble. He's got a lot of charisma, and also I think somebody that is an unbelievable competitor. If you look at those qualities and compare them to Kyler, they have a lot of the same things there, a lot of the same positive qualities. Mm-hmm. And so I think what you're looking at is, we probably need be a little bit further down the road before I decide exactly, how you feel about a guy's physical qualities.
Speaking of Kyler, his thought process.
I love this.
His running ability was part of the success of your running game. Do you need a mobile quarterback like that to make your running game go? Whereas Dak, in this point of his career, doesn't run as much as Kyler?
That's an interesting question. I think that it certainly can help you when you have the ability, because if you are reading a run, essentially you're taking a digit off the board on defense. But I think if you were to look at what we did over the course of the past 2 years, probably 70% of it was under center stuff that was going to be handed off. But yeah, and I think anytime you have the ability back there to read with that guy, it's a bonus for you. In regards to how often you need to do it, I think that, the necessity for that really shows up when you're looking at like really low, tight red zone plays, or a gotta have it game on the line type thing. And I think that most quarterbacks end up in that position at some point. If they're somewhat athletic, you got to be kind of picky and choosy about when you're doing it.
What do you want in your offensive lineman?
Get this.
The same thing that I want from every player on offense, and that is to create violence in the game, be aggressive, run, hit. I think that every decision that we make schematically needs to lean that direction. So if there's gray area, what is going to allow these guys to play more free and run and hit and be violent?
Bobby Belt from 105.
I love that.
In regards to the offensive line, what's your thought on cross-training guys across position versus just having them focus on one spot?
I think that in the NFL you have to do that. I also think that if you are a starter at a spot and you're a premium player at a spot, you're probably not going to play a whole bunch of different other positions. That, obviously there's a exception to every rule. But my general thought on it is, if you're not one of those starting five, you better be able to play as many spots as possible. And that's probably the plight of being a sixth or seventh guy in this league, is that you're not going to get super comfortable at one spot, but that's what's best for the team.
Clayton, Abe Lofberg, Dallas Cowboys Radio Network, father of Joe Willie Lofberg.
That's right, yeah. I knew I recognized you.
You talk about establishing a relationship with the players, but I know you have a relationship with some of the defensive coaches, but is it also establishing a relationship with the guys you're working now on offense since you hadn't had a familiarity?
100%, yeah. And I think that there's I'll have friends outside of the business that'll ask me some of these questions, like, what do you guys do this time of year? You guys' families are in other cities, and the answer to that is that's what we're doing right now.
That's what we're doing.
We're sitting in a room together for long periods of time throughout the day, and figuring each other out a little bit. There's some laughing, there's some fun, there's also plenty of, sometimes you gotta talk through something that there's a disagreement on, and we're all living in a hotel, so there's you spend a lot of time together and you really get to know each other, and that's that's part of the fun of this business, in my opinion. Is it's you still get a little bit more locker room type feel on a coaching staff than you do probably working in other jobs, and I really enjoy that part.
John Machota with The Athletic. Why do you think?
I'll go ahead and end it right there. But guys, we're going to be physical. We're looking for ways that we can make sure that we basically are getting rid of hesitating. Want to be physical. And when somebody like Brock Hoffman or Tyler Smith, those guys, they're violent. And I dare say, take the training wheels off of Terrence Steele. Let him get violent. If Zach Martin comes back and he's playing healthy, that's another violent guy. And Cooper Beebe, damn, he's here to crack some skulls. I think that's exactly what this team needs, is to get physical. Let's pound some people into submission. I'm excited right now. I got to tell you, I am extremely excited about the possibility of this offensive line getting real physical. The other thing I liked hearing about him is, basically he's saying, if you're not one of the starters, you need to be able to play multiple positions. You need to be a swing guard or a swing tackle. And fundamentals sound like they're going to be key with this organization. I think we may have made, the way we got here may not have been the best way, but I think we may have made some really good decisions on the coaching staff. I am definitely liking Kayton Adams. All righty, good people, I got to get out of here.
I can't stand it anymore. I've got to get out of here. I've got to get out of here. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Stewardess, please let me handle this.
I've got to get out.
Calm down. Now get back to your seat. I'll take care of this. Calm down. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Doctor, you're wanted on the phone. Everything's going to be all right. Please.
Sister, please, I'll handle this.
I've got to get out of here.